Today, we are going to be looking at the price action as usual on the USD index, EURUSD, GBPUSD, and we'll also be looking at gold as well, XAUUSD. But this time, we'll be looking at it from the hourly time frame in order to place trades according to the directional bias. If you are joining us for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, use the section below. Now on this dollar index, today is Tuesday. Don't forget, first things first, check the calendar. On the calendar, you can see Tuesday, May 14th, we have high impact news for the pound. And then by 1:30 p.m. UK time, we have news for the USD, which is the PPI, Producer Price Index. And then by 3 p.m., also for the USD, we had the Fed Chair Powell on the wires going to be giving a speech. There's something that usually happens, if I'm not mistaken. Most times we have the CPI data release before the PPI, meaning that the consumer price index comes out on like Tuesday, and then the producer price index comes out on Wednesday. But notwithstanding, we need to pay attention to what we have right in front of us. And of course, this here is the fundamentals. Looking at the technicals, I'm going to be showing you what I can see. And then, of course, how we should position ourselves accordingly, either for a buy or for a sell. Now, if you look at what we have price, which seems to be stuck in between this area here of resistance and resistance here, right? So we can call this an area of resistance, area of interest here, resistance, area of interest here, support, simply because of here, bounce up here, here, and some little up movement here, right? So based on what we have here, this is where price is trapped. It's always good to know where price is trapped in between which support and resistance level, which is the area of interest. And then we wait for reaction either at this resistance or a reaction either at the support. That means that at this point here, buying is allowed here and selling is allowed here, right? Based on the type of trader that you are, whether you're a trend trader or a counter trend trader. But then this market is not as clean as I'd have wished, but we can still say it's a downtrend. So if you want to go with this trend for the DXY, the dollar index, then you can as well be looking forward to a sell position here. However, it could as well break out the resistance, use this as a launching pad for a new support to push higher. It's always good for us to have an idea also of what might happen when a level is broken, when a level is destroyed, right? So this is what we have for the DXY. So if you look at this for the DXY, we were expecting here to be a possible sell, which is a bounce, or here a bounce for a possible buy, or a breakout and a pullback for continuation, or a breakout from the highs over here, pullback and then a continuation. Now, no matter what the case might be, you need to always ensure you check the calendar, because prior to that 1:30 p.m. and then 3 p.m. as well, there's going to be volatility with respect to the DXY. Now, when we look at the EURUSD, we look at the EURUSD right here, you notice something is pretty much similar to the DXY that we looked at now, in the sense that it's more or less in the middle of nowhere, you could say. And then we're looking for price to come back to this area here of support or to this area here of resistance, right? And of course, if you come back here, we look for a possible bounce or a break, pullback, and then this should now act as resistance. This should now become a new area of interest for sellers to jump in. You wait for the reaction here, get your trigger, and then pull the trigger, and then watch it go down to these areas here of former resistance, 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 broke out, acted as support, and then acted as support here again. So if you're looking at the market clearly, you should be able to understand these levels that we're picking, which are simply support resistance levels. These support resistance levels are brought by the price action. Everything has to do with price action at the end of the day. Without price action, we won't be able to determine what price is trying to do. Here we are on the cable, and if you look at the cable, why the price reacts over here, you look to your left. Always look to your left, and then you'll be able to find your answer there. Why the price reacts in this area here. Look to your left, look to your left, look to your left. You would always see some reactions there, which you can easily call support, and here to resistance. For now, as we said, the market is either here or here. So we need to wait for the market to get to the resistance or the support based on what the DXY is also saying, right? So always check the DXY, and then don't forget, by now, you should already know that up here, based on today, 14th of May, we have high impact news for pounds, right? And we have high impact news for the dollar by 1:30 p.m. UK time, and then 3 p.m. UK time as well. You can relate this to your own time zone, right? Don't forget, you can always change the time zone when you come over here and click on the time, right? And you can change the time zone over here to yours, right? So that is that. So quickly on the gold, the shiny metal, this is what we can see on the shiny metal as well. For the three instruments that we have talked about based on the dollar, you notice that price is not yet at an area where we would love to jump in. Here, why did the market go up? Support, some resistance here, didn't quite get here, but you can see what happened. And then here, support, right? Why did we mark this area as well? Here, resistance, and look at this resistance. So price is almost at this area for gold. Now we wait to see what happens here based on the reaction. That's why I always like to say the art, A for area. Once you identify the area, it now has to do with the reaction. What type of reaction are we going to get there? Based on here, based on the candle size and so on, that's why I would like to wait and not to use penny orders touch trading. When the price gets here, based on the candle formation in this area here would give us that next line of action, so to say, right? So the candlestick formation here could easily be a bearish engulfing, bearish pin bar, bearish hammer, whatever. And here is clearly an area of resistance, which we can now use to sell here to take the price down. Here is an area of support, as you can see from the past. Price went up here, support, resistance, support. So we have price talk between these two, but it's much closer to this area. So wait for the reaction, guys. Don't forget, wait for the reaction here, and then the trigger, your reason. The trigger is your reason for entering the market here. Now we're going to be stopping over here. We're going to do updates based on the price action that we have just talked about here for the DXY, the USD index, Euro USD, Pound USD, and then also gold, right? So we looked at all of these guys. So if you have any questions, once again, guys, comment in the section below. You are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and we'll be back with more of this. Don't forget, what we do is the art of trading. A for area of interest, R for reaction at that area of interest, and then trigger T at the area of interest. So we have here as our art. So whenever you hear us say art, A-R-T, you would understand much better. So we just use these acronyms, apart from the fact that it sounds nice, sounds good, the art of trading. The ART also means something, and this is how you can be looking at the market on a regular. So we want to say thank you guys for joining us, as indeed being a good one. Please trade safely, high impact news coming out later today and of course tomorrow and so on. So ensure you protect your account accordingly. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day and goodbye for now. Cheers.